Hello, you're watching Over and Over and Over Again. My name is Richard, and this is the Leicester City Women versus Arsenal Women match preview. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Richard, and in this video, we are going to look ahead to Sunday's game in the WSL between Leicester City Women and Arsenal Women here at the King Power Stadium. We're going to look at a little bit of history of the Leicester City Women. We're going to look at some current form, a player to watch. We're going to predict the lineups and also give a score prediction. If that sounds like something you might enjoy, please give this video a like. Please consider subscribing to the channel because we do cover the Arsenal men and the Arsenal women. So lots to get through in this video, so let's get started. So Leicester City Women were originally founded in 2004. They were an independent club. They wasn't connected to the men's side at all at that particular time. They did win 4 promotions in their first 4 seasons to reach the Women's Premier League National Division, which was the second tier in women's football. That was in 2008. They finished 5th in their first season and then 3rd in 2010. But the league was reorganised, so the Northern Division became the 3rd tier, and Leicester finished 3rd in both 2011 and 2012. But in 2013, they suffered their first relegation. But the club bounced back in 2016, winning every single league match to get promoted back into the 3rd tier of women's football. In 2017, they did finish 3rd, and in 2018, they finished 2nd, and they were then granted a licence to take a place in the Women's Championship. And in their first season there, they finished in 6th place. In August 2020, the club were bought out by the Leicester City parent company, King Power, and they became full-time professional for the first time, and it paid off as they won the championship title in 2021 to gain promotion to the WSL for the first time in their history. They struggled, of course, in their first season last year, but they did manage to finish in 11th place, which has secured them a 2nd season in the top flight. So that's the history of Leicester City Women. So as you can see behind me, the stadium that Leicester City Women generally play in is the Leicester City main men's stadium, the King Power. But they also do play sometimes at the Burton Pirelli Stadium as well, if this stadium is being used by the men's team. Previously, they played at Farley Way Stadium, Riverside Pavilion, Bowden Park and Freeway Park. Of course, because Leicester only got promoted to the WSL last season, Arsenal have only met this opposition twice. That was the 2 games in the WSL last season. We won at Meadow Park by 4-0 in December. Frida Marnham with 2 goals on that particular occasion. And then in March, we won 5-0 here at the King Power Stadium. Viviana Miedemeier scored 2 goals that day. Tobin Heath as well, with what turned out to be her final goal for the club. So far, very early on in our meetings with this club, but we have won 2 out of 2. We'll be looking to make it 3 on Sunday. So Leicester City Women's coach then is Lydia Bedford. She gained her UEFA Pro licence in 2019 and she took over here at the King Power Stadium in November 2021. She was given a contract until the end of last season, and when she did manage to secure their place in the WSL, she was rewarded with a new 2-year contract from July 2022. So that is the Leicester City Women's coach, Lydia Bedford. So the player to watch then for Leicester City on Sunday will be Natasha Flint. She was born on the 2nd of August 1996 in Salford, and she did begin her career at Manchester City in 2014 when she was just 17. She was in their side that won the Continental Cup that year, but a year later in 2015 she was released by Manchester City. She did join Preston North End, who later became known as Fylde Ladies, in the 3rd tier of English women's football before she joined Notts County in the WSL in 2016. However, she left County just before the start of the new season due to personal reasons, and she re-signed for Fylde Ladies. In 2017, she joined Sheffield FC in WSL 2, but then she did go back again to Fylde Ladies at the end of that season. In December 2017, she moved on to Blackburn Rovers in the National League and she helped them win promotion to the Championship in 2019. She did score in the playoff against Coventry United. In the end, she played 66 matches for Blackburn Rovers and scored an impressive 70 goals. In June 2020, Flint signed for Leicester City, and in her first season there, she did help them secure the Championship title and promotion to the WSL for the first time. She scored 17 goals in the Championship that season. Flint has represented England at under-17s, under-19s, under-20s and under-23s, but she has yet to win a full senior cap. So the one to watch for Leicester City on Sunday, striker Natasha Flint. In terms of current form, then Leicester City coming to this game sitting at the bottom of the WSL. They've lost all 6 games. They were very unfortunate last weekend away at Reading. They did lead until the 91st minute. They then conceded twice in stoppage time to lose that game 2-1. In their last game here at the King Power Stadium, they only lost 1-0 to leaders Manchester United. They gave a good account of themselves that day. So they certainly won't be any pushovers in this game either, but they do sit bottom of the league with no points. They did beat Blackburn Rovers 3-0 in the Continental Cup, but the latest game in the group stage of that competition, they did lose 4-0 at home to Liverpool. In terms of their lineup, then, this is roughly how they've been starting games in recent weeks. In goals being Kirsty Lavelle. Their back four has generally been Erin Simons, Sophie Howard, Sam Tierney and Ashley Plumtree. In midfield, they've generally had Jenna Purfield, Molly Pike and Carrie Jones. And up front, it's Eileen Whelan, Natasha Flint and Shannon O'Brien. CJ Bott has also been making appearances from the bench. Josie Green as well. Connie Schofield, Ava Barker and Missy Goodwin. But that'll be the lineup I'll be expecting from Leicester City. They're probably going to try and keep things tight, aren't they? And avoid a heavy defeat, which of course we did manage here last season. For Arsenal, then, we've got 1 or 2 new injury issues and other issues going on. I think Manu Zinsberger will start in goal. I think Laura Wainwright will probably come back in at right back again. I think the 2 centre-backs, Lotta Rubenmeyer and Steph Catley, will stay. And Katie McCabe will be at left back. In midfield, Kim Little's unlikely to start following the injury that she suffered last weekend. So I think Jordan Nobbs will come in again for her. She did a great job coming off the bench, didn't she, last weekend? I think Leah Walsey will be alongside her. With Viv Miedemar been given a break, of course, away from football for a couple of weeks. Frida Marnham should keep her place in the number 10 position. I think Beth Mead will be on the right, Stina Blackstenius through the centre and Caitlin Ford on the left. Of course, Lena Hertig, we've got the option to come off the bench as well. The squad's looking a little bit thin on the ground at the moment, isn't it, with 1 or 2 problems. But hopefully we've got enough to get through this game and then we've got the international break and hopefully we can have some positive news on the injury front for you. So what do we think the score will be in this game? Obviously, Arsenal are going to be massive, massive favourites. Despite 1 or 2 key players missing, we still should have far too much for this Leicester side. They were very good against Manchester United here a couple of weeks ago. It was just that 1 goal that they conceded. But I do think we'll have too much for them going forward in this game. I think we'll be determined to get the result. We need to keep winning, and I think we will. I think the final score here will be Leicester City 0, Arsenal 4. So that's the preview there of Sunday's game here at the King Power Stadium, Leicester City Women against Arsenal. Let's hope Arsenal can get the 3 points to maintain a 100% record and maybe get back to the top of the table as well, ahead of Manchester United. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you do enjoy what we do here on the channel, please consider subscribing. We do cover the Arsenal men and the Arsenal women here on Over and Over and Over Again. Of course, we will be doing a watch along of this game on Sunday. The game kicks off at 2 o'clock. We'll be covering the men's game against Chelsea before that as well. So it's going to be a busy Sunday for us on the channel, but please join us just before 2 o'clock for the watch along here from the King Power Stadium, Leicester City against Arsenal, hoping Arsenal can get another good victory. So my name is Richard. You've been watching Over and Over and Over Again. This has been the Leicester City Women versus Arsenal Women match preview. We will see you on the next one.